The first time we are going on live. So we are going to start in the next 1 minute. So till that time, I can see that uh, there are 6 people have joined. So I'm just waiting for a couple of more, then we can start. All right. All right. So today, this is the first webinar that I'm starting, where I'm going to explain about 4 things that I have shared in LinkedIn as well as in the social media. I've sent to a couple of people because every day on an average I get 4 to 5 emails or call asking about how to do the debt restructuring, how to take different government benefits. So what I did is I try to put everything in one PowerPoint presentation. It's just 3 to 4 pages. So a lot of people can get benefit out of that, and they can reach out to their accountants or their bankers, their consultant, to find what is the best benefit they can take it out. So let me open that. So let me share my screen. Thank you again that joining with me live. So every Friday. So I propose I requested to a couple of my colleague to join with me as well. That 30 minutes that we would give this pro bono to all our customer, to all public at large, that how we are trying to help to our customers, how they can take the best practice where they can survive this difficult period, how to get the loan, get the restructuring of the payables, how they can negotiate with the suppliers, and all those things that they can find it out. So let me share my screen so where you can see that. So this is what is my screen. So I would on that. Okay. Okay. I'm sure that now I'm audible. I must be audible to everyone. I'm sorry, I was just trying to put it here. So this is what I was talking, that what is the 5 6 point that all the small business or medium business, they can focus on that. Try to focus on your bottom line. Try to reduce your cost. Uh, Cost means reduce your expenses. Try to defer those payments. Discussing with your partners, with the suppliers, your employees. Try to take a tax credit. Try to take the moratorium loan. You must have taken it. So once you do that, you can find that okay, you have 2 3 months to survive. Then of course you can create a payment plan. So there are a lot many customers that I did it during this last 4 5 months. So what is payment plan means? uh, Say a supplier, you may have to pay some X amount. So you can have a discussion with them and create a payment plan. Instead of giving 1 month, one amount at one time, you can defer. Maybe you pay in 6 installments. So just have a conversation, have an agreement with them that I cannot pay full amount, but I can pay in the next 5 to 6 months. So that's how you can reduce your liability burden on that, and you can sustain. By the time you can learn how your sale can be increased, because March, April, May, June was very difficult period for everybody. So now you can see that how you can acquire your customers. Once your sales catch up, then you can of course make the payment. The last point, or the second last point, is don't overthink. Focus on new ways to acquire customers. So I must recommend to everybody, go digital. Most of the people are going on digital, but there are many ways that you can do the marketing, sales, and payment. Everything is go for digital and automated way, where through automation you can find the leads, or you can do the sales, or somebody can do the sales for you. So find those new ways where, without going to the customer, maintaining the social distancing, how you can get your marketing and sales plan on track. Because prior to March, most of the sales or marketing is to happen, human to human interactions. So now, because of social distancing, that may take a bit longer time to learn how we are doing it. Most of the people now, if you ask me, last 5 6 months, almost all the customers. So I do through Google Meeting or Zoom call to make sure that everything is going on digital way. So there are, every solution is available right now. You can go through, just Google it out. You can find out how, what you can do without even meeting people. So be it signing an agreement, or transferring a fund, or delivering your goods. So every support is available with you, where you can find a new way to acquire the customers. So the second point that I got those questions. So is how to get funded from a government scheme. So I must say that SIDBI, SIDBI is Small Industrial Development Bank of India. This is one of the best way that you can get funded. They have a good fund. The government has given that fund, where if you are doing a small manufacturing unit, or you are doing some service but you have done for last 3 years, so then it is very easy to get funded from SIDBI. You can just Google it out, try to find what is the nearest branch you have it, and get some document, talk to your consultant, or a nearby, any person is working, or take the phone number or email ID, try to reach out to them. So by which they really help the small and medium businesses to get you funded. So how they fund it? Mostly they fund for project finance. If you have a project, it is a viability is there, or you want to buy machines or anything you want to buy. So they just fund it without any collateral. Also, there is CGTMSC, credit guarantee scheme is there. There also people can get some funding. But yeah, I have closed so many this business loan for my customers. So it was pretty easy. They're really very cooperative people. You can just reach out. Every city you can find there is a SIDBI office. Almost every capital of the state. You can reach out to them and explain about your business. And if you have a So in the right hand side, if you see that I have written a couple of documents which I can share with most of you guys if you send your email ID. So prepare those documents, send it to SIDBI, you can get it funded from them. And also they give you 6 months moratorium in the start of your loan, which is the biggest benefit, because you get the fund for your assets, you set it up, and you can take up to 3, 6, 9 months depending upon your project. You can take the complete moratorium period. You don't have to pay anything till that time. The second point is DIPP, which is another government plan where you can go, just write startup or DIPP's Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, where you can get it registered about your company, about your partnership firm or LLPs, but you cannot register if you are doing in a proprietorship. So it is mostly for startups. There are a lot of good government benefit is there. So you can catch any consultant nearby and they can help you out. If you're not finding it, you can definitely reach out to them. They would help you how you can get registered and what are the benefit you can get out of that. So there you can get a lot of tax exemptions, you get incubators, and you can get a lot many mentors. If you're a good idea, you're part of the startup ecosystem, you can take that benefit as well. The third point is if you have already taken loan, the government has put on the nationalized bank, government has put automatic bank loan. That means how much your outstanding amount was there on the principal amount, they give you automatic 20% of the loan is automatic given to you. If you say yes, they give it to you money. Otherwise, you can just call them up. They are happy to give a fund to you. So now last 4-5 months, what I have seen that many people have come out to fund the companies who is already having a good business. But people who have not taken the loan, they're finding a bit difficulties. But it certainly can be done if you have good documents, you have good tax return, all business looks good, and you have prepared and done all those paperwork. You can go to the nearest financiers nearby. You can find out. If suppose you don't find any financer, this is the best way I can advise is just call the Just Dial and tell that I need somebody who can fund me, or I need a business loan. You get tons of phone back. So talk to them. I try to give all your documents. You can get it funded. So Just Dial, Google is the best way just to start with, and then you can go to your chartered accountant or go to your lawyer to prepare all your documentation where it can get benefited to you. Of course, the documentation is the key. So in the right hand side of yours, you can see all the documentation what you can you can give it to get it funded. How the third question was what and which way you can restructure your debt. How if you have so many suppliers, you have to pay for 3 months, you have not taken their services, but you are liable to pay 100% of the amount, and you're having a lot of stress out of that. How do you do that? So it might be your EMIs, it might be your rent, or some subscription you have taken, which is very unavoidable to cross that out. So my advice to all of them, how to those kind of people who has a fixed payment need to be made, is discuss with them. Have a one-on-one call with all your suppliers. Have a real conversation that how you cannot pay. It is not that you don't have any intention to pay, it's just because you don't have any ability, because you don't have a cell number. So express to them, make sure that they understand your situation. Get an agreement in writing is best. If you can, you must have an agreement with them. If you don't have it, explain to them that I can pay you in a 6 months time or 12 months time period. So you can get and have an agreement, and by which they can be relaxed, understanding that yes, you have a commitment to pay. So get a payment plan with them. So by which the supplier get agreed that yes, you cannot pay today, but you are going to pay in the future because of the situation. So like that, do with each supplier on one-on-one basis. Don't call them in one table and try to say your situation. So have a conversation separately to all of your suppliers and get it a common agreement with them, be it oral or be it in writing. So that really helps. If suppose you don't know how to start the conversation with the supplier, take help. Go talk to your lawyer or talk to your consultant who is helping you in a business with respect to your strategy. So they might provide you some tips how you can bargain with them, because sometimes people feel shy. How can I say no to them because he's very intimidating towards me? So don't worry about that. You'll find many professionals available around you. They can help you out how to give you the tips where you can go and bargain with them. I did it with a lot of my customers. So I try to go and talk with them that, guys, this is not the right time that you should demand the money. Maybe we can get an agreement where you get the money every month. This is a little. So it was pretty success from my side. So I would request that take help from professionals, maybe lawyer, chartered accountant. There are a lot many professionals are available. So you can have the bargain and get it agreed, by which you instead of paying, say, one X amount, you will pay X by 10, and 10 months it get deferred. Then discuss with your chartered accountant or your tax lawyer how you can do your debt restructure. When I say most of the small businessmen, they don't take loan from bank. They might have taken from private financiers or maybe microfinance people. So those guys, they come every month, they take some money, or every weekly basis they collect. So what you can do is talk to your legal consultant how or a lawyer how you can get rid of taking a moratorium from those guys, because a lot of those people they try to come and they demand money that because you have to pay. So if perhaps if you find a lawyer, it will not cost much, or anybody who knows how to negotiate. So maybe you can bargain with them, and again you can take a offline moratorium from them. Yeah. So in that way you can find you can restructure your debt. If suppose you have taken loan from three different finances and it was just through promissory note, so you can have a new promissory note correlating with the existing one, and you can extend the payment period. The third point was how do you restructure your payment plan when you have so many EMIs, so many bank term loan or overdraft amount is there. So I would say that you discuss with your accountant, or you can sit down with them and try to find out what is the cost and benefit I would get if I do a one-time settlement with one person, or if I restructure, meaning going to another financer where there is a high interest. Say somebody you are paying 18% interest, but now there are so many players has come into picture where somebody is paying only 12%. If you go to SIDB, it is only 9% interest. So there are so many people are there that they can restructure your debt, and you can transfer the balance principal amount, paying a little bit of penalty, try to bargain with them and try to go and shift a loan. Don't worry about civil score, that what is going to happen. Always remember that your intention is not that you don't have to pay, it is just your ability that you cannot pay that. So just to be little careful about that and do what is applicable on why your civil score does not get so affected, but you're shifting your loan and you're paying a less interest, which is your outstanding principal amount. So this is how you can restructure. And I would say the last point is how you can reduce your cost without reducing resources. As I talk about in the last 3-4 questions, what can you do, how you can get funded, how you can restructure your payables through your suppliers, through your bank loan. So this is the point that I would request, or I would try to answer, is how you can reduce your cost or how you reduce your expenses without reducing the resources. So what is your resources for a small business? I would say your man, machines, or whatever your, perhaps your time. How do you do that? If suppose you are doing a business, you have 10 people working for you. If there is no sale, you may have to, slice for 50% or whatever, number of people you are there. Always remember, team is very important. They have worked for you for a longer time. If you're asking them not to work for you, what is going to happen is they have learned so much about your business. Even if you get a lesser cost people, they cannot perform about like your team. So have a conversation with all the stakeholders, including your employee. Try to keep the resources as they are your real assets. Because once the people goes, say in a factory, there are workforce, they are working for last 3 years or 4 years. Because of today's situation, if you slash all them out, what is going to happen is you don't get those skills so easily, because their hand is so good with your machines. So you need to make sure that you need to manage that risk on your own way, where they can go back to a village, or they can, whatever works out best for you. Try to keep them, have a relations, constant connection with them, by which you can get them back. So I can see that this is, I can share my practical experience. Most of my customers, a lot of their workforce has gone to their village because of fear of this COVID-19. So now everybody is slowly coming in. Some people are sending the bus to the transport system by which those people can come in and work in the factory. Like that in the services, a lot of people who is providing the services, people have gone digital, where people are working from home, where they can also provide services from home. As I said it, in the manufacturing, seek advance amount from your customer as well, because a lot of people who is manufacturing, so they give to the bigger manufacturer, bigger seller. So you can request to them that for my purchase order that you have given to me, can I get 50% in advance? So I have seen a lot of my customers, they get advance money to get it funded their working capital, and then after they produce the goods and give them back. And they were very generous on that, because a lot of people who is manufacturing different items for a bigger, their customer is bigger than them. You go to your customer, request that this is the situation, and they do support their suppliers in this difficult time. That I have seen that. If you're in service, find an anchor customer to fund you in advance. Similarly, whenever you are raising a purchase order, try to make sure that you can get some advance from your anchor customer. So only I must put a disclaimer here. If you have a good relationship, they really don't mind to pay you money in advance. I can have seen so many people have got money in advance, and their businesses, they were able to sustain in a much better way as compared to their peers. Reduce your workforce in proportionate to your work volume. So when I say reduce, means if you're working in 100% capacity, you can work in 30, 40 or 50% capacity. Request your workforce that how they can again come back and when the full capacity of a machine is going to run. If you're providing services, you can ask them to work from home in 30% capacity. Instead of 30 days, they can work 10 days, 15 days. I don't know how your business is happening, but keep your team with you. That's very important. If you discount your team, it takes years together to get back your team. So make sure that your team is with you, your resources with you, and they may be working in the lesser, capacity, but over the period as and when this COVID-19 gets stabilizes, you will be able to find out. What is the takeaway from this? I must say that accept the digital methodologies to understand the business data. That means all the money today, last 4-5 months, if you see that people are only spending, they're taking loans, they're spending the money. Hardly anybody is earning money, like maybe somebody in the education sector or somebody into healthcare, they are earning good money, but 70% of the whole sector is only spending the money, making sure that the working capital is going away to sustain or survive their business, just they're surviving. What are the ways that you can manage is use your business data to find what can I do? What is the different ways that is available for me to sustain my business? What is the automation is available that I can accept? So I would say that leverage the best practices, which I must say in my previous way that I have said it. I have told that always use digital methods for your sales, how you can sell digitally, how you can do marketing digitally, how you can, create your process in a digital way, your workflow, your approval flow, where no paper is involved, no human being is there, but still your approval flow is available, your workflow is not getting impacted. There are so many ways is available. So I would be part of some couple of more podcast or webinars going forward, where we would share you in specific sector wise how you can, all the businesses, mid-size and large size including, how they can follow different ways they can reduce their cost. Because now managing your bottom line is as important as your sale. If you're not able to manage your cost and survive this difficult period, or the way you are doing it, because everybody is trying to reset their business and learning different approach, how they can get sale, how they can do marketing, how they can keep their workforce, and how they can produce even the goods or services. So that's all from my side. So I would say that please try to leverage the best practice available surroundings, and I am happy to share all my best practices with all of you. I'm trying to come on every Friday for 30 minutes, taking only 4, 5, 10 areas for small business. It is only meant for small businesses, because I feel that those people really need us, people like us, where they can find ways where they can survive this difficult time. How to get loan, how to survive this kind of situation, how they can increase their marketing style. Previously, it was all human to human. There are many ways out there. So we are happy to share all those details with you guys. I really thank you to all of you guys to be part of this webinar today. So I was trying to share everything that I will just share this. Okay. So that's all from my side. So I would again come back on next Friday, 8 to 8:30. This time I was just started. Please provide the feedback. You can go back to my LinkedIn, Facebook. You can try to share your feedback to me. This feedback is really important for me to improve further. So we used to do in a smaller version, where all my customers used to come and I used to share my details. So now I have found a way where I can just broadcast myself to larger audience, and those information what I did it in the last 5-6 months, I would love to share with all of you guys. So any questions you have it, so I will be sharing. Otherwise, I would take a sign off from all of you guys.